according to where his pupillary distance is. So that's where we kind of. All right, if you'll lean forward one more time for me, Max. Thank you. All right, there we go. So if you'll lean forward for me, just kind of sit on up, and there we go. And I'm gonna have you turn, and we're gonna try and look at one of your parents, okay? Feel like you can see those screens, okay? See where the screens are? All right, so I'm gonna kind of show you. Feel this dial right here? If you dial up, it'll zoom in. So right now you're looking at your dad, okay? Do you see where he's at? You do? Okay. All right, turn the dial up and see if you can zoom in a little. There you go. And now you're real close, yeah. You can see he's right there on his eye. Can you see his face okay? Very cool. And let's back out just a little bit. Okay. Now, let's turn to your left just a little bit and let's look at your mom. Can you see her face okay? You can? Kind of cool, isn't it? Very cool. And we're gonna test the reading and all that too, and get the acuity. So feel free to zoom in and out and play with that, just to kind of get comfortable with it.
What's it saying to you, bub?
She's kind of talking. She's saying how zoomed in. So we're going to try it without, okay? So I'm going to take this up, okay? You can kind of see right there. All right, so go look back at your mom. You can kind of see maybe a little bit of your mom there. All right, and then just to kind of give you, okay, and so here's with eSight.
Was it better? Like a lot better?
Yes.
Is it easier to see mommy?
Yes.
And so right now it's in an autofocus feature, so, you know, it's kind of like a camera phone. Just kind of
Right.
goes in and out, but we're able to see the focus. So, yeah, pretty cool, huh? Yeah, a lot to take in for sure. So feel free to look around the room all you want, and we'll just try the zoom right now before we move on to something else.
You want to look out the window?
Very cool, and that comes with a battery and all that. Usually they last about 4 hours or so without one, but it comes with like a little handheld one to take with you. That one obviously lasts a lot longer.
So the battery lasts about 4 hours.
4 hours, yeah, at a time. But yeah.
So like if he was at school, could he plug in?
Yeah, if he's at school, he'd probably take at least one of these with him. I would probably say he'd get through about 4 or 5 hours of school and then have one of these as a backup. It clicks right in, and he can click on his, on his belt or whatever, and kind of have it down. But yeah, he could definitely take it with him. Okay, so Max, let's try and look at the reading card. Okay, so let's zoom out. Perfect, and let's look over to your right just a little bit, and I'm gonna move you over. And is he looking at the chart yet?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Do you see the lines? They're numbers.
Can you zoom in?
Yeah, I see it.
Okay. Now, can you read any of those lines on there? And feel free to zoom as much as you need.
Five, 1, 6, 2, 3.
Yep. Very good. That's 2080. Okay. And it takes some practice as a motion, but keep going. You're doing great.
4, 3. 9. 9, 7.
Yeah.
What about the line under that? And you kind of have to point your nose and hold it real still sometimes. It's a little bit of a different, kind of a shaky feeling, but.
6, 1, 3, 4, 6, 2.
Almost. Let's see.
Close.
Let's see how zoomed in we are. Okay. Sorry there. Okay. And try zooming in one more.
Up farther, bub. Up farther, the wheel. Up farther.
Yeah, here we go. All right. And you can go up or down, however you need. So let's try that 6 line again. So if you slowly go down, and you can zoom out if you kind of need to see where
Is
you're
that
at.
it?
That's it. All right.
4, 2, 9, 5, 3, 8, 7.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Very good. So that's 20/40.
What's the bottom line? Can you do it? It takes a minute.
Good.
Yeah, you kind of have to focus in. It can be difficult for sure with the shakiness, and I'll show you a trick to get around that.
Nine.
You got it. I know it can be.
Something. It's saying something.
Yeah, you got it. It's really just holding your head nice and still, which takes it. It can be real tough. Okay.
3.
Let's zoom out one time. Let's dial down 1. So here we go. All right, let's try that. Okay, and then go down just a little bit. One more. And one more after that. Okay, and then there's a focus, so I'm going to focus in, okay? If you go all the way down. Okay, so I'm going to, and you can basically get used to the dove. It's getting blurrier, and I'm going to sharpen things up for you, okay?
Used to.
You got it. And I'm just working on focusing it in, okay? These are different things that might help, but what we're gonna do here, let's go back to our normal, okay? All right, you're doing great. I know it takes it, it's like work, isn't it? So look down just a little bit, just kind of getting us used to hold nice and still there. Okay, and you can change these different things, like if what's going on now, sometimes when there's a lot of movement, the autofocus.
So can you see the 9 and the 3?
Yeah.
What's beside it? Can you see?
4 maybe. Just really blurry.
Yeah, I gotcha. Let's zoom on in here, and then once you get it, we're gonna. All right, hold that still. Perfect. Oh, sorry. Here we go. We're gonna freeze it. Okay, get down just a little bit. You're doing great, Max. You're doing great. All right.
So hard.
There we go. All right, you got it ready, and just hold that still, and then. All
You got
right.
it?
So this is one thing that you can do, and you can look around. See, it's panoramic mode. So say he holds still on an object like that, and we can just freeze that image, and he can kind of pan through. So same thing with like a computer or even a TV show that he likes, and I'll give you an example of that. You can zoom in and kind of pan through it.
So can you see it now?
Oops, sorry.
Yep.
Here, we'll try it again. All right.
There's a little birdie.
It's still, bub. That's pretty incredible.
There's definitely a learning curve.
Oh yeah.
That takes some practice to get used to this. You're doing great. That's all right, we're gonna go back to autofocus here. You're doing great holding your head like that. That's perfect. Let's see if we can sharpen it. I know. You're doing great though, Max. So you can, and I'm gonna let you do that actually. Okay, so here, I'll give this back to you. So you have your focus right here, okay? And then on this side, if you hold that button down, the closest one to the dial, it'll freeze whatever you look at, okay? So if you wanna look at the chart, if you wanna look at your parents, or we got some reading that you could do up close too if you wanna do that. But I'll let you just kinda get used to messing with that. And then you go to the bottom, that's it, and go back out. Perfect, you got it. You're good at this stuff.
So if you look, can you see the field over there? If you look out the window, can you see the baseball field?
Not quite.
Can you zoom in? All you can see is the stands.
Look down and zoom on with there. Yeah, up just a little bit, you're on the top of that. You're almost there. So your thumb right there. And you can move it all the way up like that. Perfect.
Now look down.
Look down just a little bit.
See right there,
Yeah,
in between the buildings?
I see it.
See the river?
Uh-huh.
And for this mode, like he's catching a little reflection, you can do a far focus and it'll get rid of the reflection and it won't do any of that.
Cool.
So. And then we can do some reading here. So let's see. All right, so I'm just gonna try and hold this still.
Can you read?
Yeah,
What
and it's kind of,
did you call a boomerang that doesn't come back? A stick.
What do you call a boomerang that doesn't come back?
A stick.
very good. All right, so let's look down and see if we can focus on anything else. That was great, Max. You did great.
What did one ocean say to the other ocean? Nothing. They just waved.
That's pretty good. All right, and so you've got, here, I'll hit this for you and see if this makes things any better. But there is a contrast that brightens things up like that. And this is a feature that a lot of people like because it really makes things nice and bold. Does that feel like it's a little bit better for you?
Yeah.
Okay, and I'll go
I
through.
can do a frog. Or when it butter oat
Breaks.
breaks down, it's towed away.
You didn't get that one, did
Gets
you?
towed away.
Oh, I get it. That's a toad.
Very cool. There's a little bit of a tech learning curve he's obviously doing great. He's in a great generation to come up with this kind of technology. Do you have a favorite show, Max, or anything? We're gonna try something else. Okay, cartoon or anything that you watch?
American Ninja Warrior when it's on.
American Ninja Warrior. Okay, all right. Let's see if we can find
And I
that.
also like to watch sports.
Watch sports. Okay, very cool. So I'm just going to kind of go over the feature here of what they can do to plug in and some of the things that you like to do at home. All right.
So it comes with an HDMI connection to it?
Yes, and so depending on what, all you pretty need is an HDMI port. So whether it's a TV, laptop, computer, whatever, you can pretty much connect to anything as long as it has a port right now. And again, the technology is advancing right now. They're doing great things with it. So.
Can you see mommy? What do you see?
Black.
Yeah, yeah, probably. Okay. And I'm going to turn a setting here, okay? I'm going to borrow this 1 second. And this is just a little magnet that goes forward. Everything's kind of customizable here. And I'm just going to change this to HDMI.
Can you see any of those numbers now?
Not really.
Can you read any of them on the top?
I can see like a 5, which is barely.
Definitely not this one, right? Definitely not this numbers.
Oh yeah. They're gone. I can't even see it. Like they're vanished.
They vanished, but you can see them in there. That's pretty cool, huh? You think it'd help you at school? Look up. Hey.
Okay.
And then, like on the computer, does it just see it as a second screen?
Yeah, so basically, these are just 2 LED screens that basically just is projected on here.
Right. So,
So
just like
he could-
but the computer setting, like you
Yep.
have to go in, and does it see it as like a second output?
No, it sees, everything that you see on here is going to be right on there. It sees it just like you're looking at a screen, but the whole thing is your computer. It's still going to the panoramic mode, look around, all that. You don't have any of the
Okay.
shit
So when it
with-
freezes, when you say panoramic, it freezes
Yeah.
the image, and then when you move your head, it.
Yep, and you can zoom in, out, left, right. You
Cool.
can look all around. Yeah, that's a really popular one for sure. A lot of people like. Yeah. There we go. All right, here we go. I'm gonna put this back on and you'll be able to kind of watch some NFL stuff. Okay. All right, very good. It's the same thing, sound and all that up there. So.
Oh, the sound comes through there.
Yep.
Nice.
Kind of like you watching TV. All right. I'm gonna give the remote controller here back to you. And then same thing, I'll move your thumb up to the dial. You feel that? And you can zoom in and out. You can see the score. And you can look around. If you zoom in, you'll be able to kind of look around in a panoramic mode, which you can look left and right. See different things. You can look down at the bottom and zoom in and see the score if it's unclear.
No, the dial, buddy. On the side. There you go. Is that easier to watch than watching TV at home?
Yes.
And you can do that laptop. You can do all kinds of stuff. Anything with an HDMI port at this point. But again, they're coming out with stuff. Although we did an update just last week where you can do, if he takes an image of the text, it has an OLED, which basically like reads it to him. So you can do that and go through and look at it. So they're doing all kinds of stuff constantly. Is that pretty cool?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can kind of see everything. It's kind of a VR, you know,
Yeah.
so it's got a little bit of a VR touch to it.
Now, if he starts having to have correction for his glasses, he would
Yeah.
wear his glasses underneath them.
Mm-hmm. Yep, absolutely. They basically, this whole like earpiece, everything, the temple there that comes down, you basically just have lenses that go just on the bottom, and any distance correction enhances the eSight unit.
Got it.
Nothing up close, but distance.
So if we would so when you go to his optometrist, right,
Mm-hmm.
they would then have to set the frames in that, or
No, you would let eSight know, and they make the lenses in there.
Got it.
All we need is a prescription. Yep.
Got it.
They put it in there. They customize it. Now the other thing is this goes up to different positions. So right now, obviously, is the most functional. It goes up just a little bit, so Max can catch some peripheral vision.
Okay.
And then it goes all the way up if you kind of want to give yourself a break. But yeah, but obviously this is all about what he would use it for every day.
Right.
You know, if it had TV, school, obviously that kind of
So
thing.
Max, when you move your head around, does the TV move around, or is it always in the same spot?
Yes, it does move around.
So you can see the guy scoring a touchdown.
Yeah.
Can you see what the score is?
Uh-huh.
What's it say?
And you can use that zoom
I can't really
feature.
say anything right now.
Oh, that's
So
kind of a
if you
trick
go-
question right now.
Can you see what's the player pointing at? What's his number?
He's gone.
So we'll see if we can get a score or something up here where we can zoom in.
Like to him, how big is the screen?
Mm-hmm. So to him, if he zooms all the way out, he's seeing what we're seeing. And then,
But when he zooms
Okay.
in,
can you zoom in and see the bottom? And then, of course, on HDMI, it doesn't show us.
Right,
necessarily
right,
when
right.
he's zooming. But yeah, when he zooms in, it goes up to 24 times. He can get all the way down, you know, and get that 14 as big as he wants it. So this is the.
so what's the score?
14-6.
Nice.
Very cool. How much
Second
time's left?
quarter.
Yeah,
8 seconds. 8 minutes and 50 seconds.
very cool.
What down in distance?
35.
That a boy.
Very cool. Yeah, you're doing great. So, next step obviously is a trial where you do 15 days and basically take it home. You know, plug it into your stuff, and they customize it. You know, they send it out. I send in the measurements and the head strap size, all that kind of stuff. So,
Okay. How do we do that?
so they'll be in touch with you, yeah, in the next day or so. So,
Okay.
I'll just send everything in basically.
So from here, so they call us
Yeah.
tomorrow,
Mhm.
or the next day, or whenever.
Yeah.
And then how long does it usually take from then to get them?
So it takes, I think they quote about 2 weeks on those
Oh,
to
that's not
get
bad.
them in. Yeah.
I was thinking like months, but no. That's
Yeah,
not bad at all.
no, usually about 2 weeks, and then they send it out. They mail it, have you sign for all that, and then you're hooked up. All you need is Skype and a computer with Wi-Fi,
Okay.
and you're hooked up with an ambassador who goes through, and this is a user, and they go through everything more detailed with you
Got it.
on what things it could do for you. So, but yeah, and then comes with 2 LED batteries here, and these last a long time. Like I said, about 4 or 5 hours on those. And these last a while, so you get 2 of these. Clips in, you can take it with you and all that. So.
Okay.
And I'll give you a packet here with just some of the next little steps and everything, and some more information for you. But really, yeah, I mean, especially when we get people his age, I love to see it work because learning is so visual.
Right.
You know, I mean, it
Well,
really
yeah,
is.
he has a Visio book that he uses at school now,
Cool.
but he doesn't use it
Yeah.
because it's this weird contraption on his desk that nobody else has, so he doesn't really.
Yeah.
And it's hard to do.
Yeah.
Because if I
Yeah.
have work, I can't really do it.
Gotcha. Well, let's unhook here so you can see your parents again, okay?
Okay.
And this has,
So it comes with all the adapters and stuff.
yeah, you'll get a cord and all that with it. And then you might, depending on what you have at home, you might have to get an adapter or something.
Right.
But for the most part, yeah, it's pretty much all set there. And this comes with like a touchscreen. This is like a little touchscreen menu option. You can customize everything. Obviously, it's like talking to them. You can turn that off. You can turn it up, all that. And this is, yeah, you just slide your finger and go through all your menus and everything. And then I'll turn, and Max, if you do get to play with this a little bit more, you basically would kind of get used to being able to go back and forth. Okay. But yeah, you've got everything here customizable. So let's try this on one more time, okay?
Now, outside, right? So one of his
Yes.
things is obviously brightness is one of his issues.
Yes, yes. So that I would say probably with the glasses that he has, you go under them. So if you have a prescription with those, I would put that, and I'll put that in his notes that I send
Right.
in, that needs tinted glasses.
Right,
And
so
if you
they
have a
tint,
prescription,
like,
you can
because
do
his
that.
were like, they're like this inside, but then when he goes outside, they tint. right?
Yeah.
And that's,
The transition ones. the
Right.
Yeah, you could do that. Now, obviously, this is blocking UV because
Okay.
UV is going to come through, and he's looking through a camera. So just like the
Right,
sun's not
right.
affecting us on our phones,
got it.
so he's still going to get coverage from this.
Okay.
But if he's still sensitive and still feeling like maybe light's still coming in, because you can turn the screen, you can turn the
Dim.
brightness
down. Okay, that's
You
what I
can
was wondering.
still
So like
dim
when he
that.
transitions outside, he can just turn the brightness down.
Yes. So that might be something that you kind of play with. Try it with the glasses because your glasses will still fit under these.
Yeah.
So you can still do them both ways and kind of see, hey, is this just working better with those on or not? So, all right, I'll get this back to you. Okay. All right, you can see okay out of those now. Okay.
So this is obviously a learning curve. How is it like walking?
Sure. Yeah, the walking is a lot of people use it for a while. It's a huge function. You basically a lot of people they'll put it up to the upward tilt.
Okay.
So they have a little bit of peripheral.
Right.
Because all he's got to do when he's got it on the upward is just look up just a little bit, and he still sees those screens.
Got
So
it.
he can look down and still see, get a sense of maybe his surrounding,
Yeah.
depending on the vision. But yeah. So
Because you know what I mean? Like if you're all the way zoomed in, you think you're at the glass and you're
Exactly.
30 feet away.
Exactly, I know. That's definitely something to consider. So there's another pan function that you can go between two distances. So if he's reading a book and he's got the teacher, he can go and just hold it down and it reads. Let go, he sees the teacher. So if he has two ranges that he likes, he can go between the two.
Got it.
So same thing, we did the freeze function. That's obviously a big one too.
Right.
So if he's looking down at his textbook,
Well, then
or
you
whatever.
figure he'll get used to the motion, like just like anything else.
Just like anything else, yep. We all got used to our iPhones at some point, right?
Right.
So yeah, it's a very cool tech though, very cool technology. So yeah, other than that, you've got your zoom is your main function. You have there are two dials on the other side. One's contrast that you can do the bold print. You can brighten colors up. You can dim them, or you can, and then the dial below that is just your focus if you're having trouble focusing on something. So, and then things like this, we'll just make sure they're nice and straight, so he doesn't get the tilted view. But
Yeah, because his null point, he goes to his left a little bit for his nystagmus.
Yeah, to focus in. And that's all it is. But it seems, Max, like you really got the handle on this, which is really a big part of what makes someone a candidate. Not just the vision, but can they function with the tech? You know?
Right.
So yeah.
Oh, that's weird, isn't it? Are you looking at the screen?
Yep, and it's just showing up
Goes on forever.
Screens,
Yeah.
screens.
And I'll give you this here, so that's kind of everything else. They'll get in touch with you on the details of the next step of the trial if you want it. What do you think, Max? Does that help your vision? Very cool. And this is a company that I got to go up to into Toronto.
Yep.
And they are just so passionate about everything they do as far as,
Yep.
reaching out. They want everybody to see.
Yep.
And they put so much into research and development that it's exciting to see what comes out.
Better than glasses, Max?
Yeah.
Would you wear it if we got it?
Yes.
Because it makes it easier to see?
Yes.
Very cool. Any other questions you guys have?
I don't know what questions to ask.
I know it's tough because it's kind of a new thing, but you basically would have an ambassador, somebody that reaches out, that goes through all the details, a lot more than just our demonstration.